Okay, good day everyone. Today we are going to start our new lesson which is related to high availability. In our previous class we came to know about availability zone. Today we will be knowing about availability sets. Both are same both are same to provide redundancy with your servers, with your VMs. Availability zone is different and availability set is different. So we'll come to know like need of availability set with data center. So let's see what is the need of that. Suppose you have this is your data center. This one is your data center. In this data center, you already know that data center is the collection of servers, right? And whenever any users from internet, if they wants to access, they will come here and with the help of internet, they'll come to your data center and they will access it. So inside data center, you will find multiple servers, and inside servers normally we host our VMs, we host our servers. Okay, now if this server will fail, maybe normally in the data center you will find multiple servers. So if a single server will fail, right, in that condition, how you are going to save your, or how you are going to provide availability with your VMs. Okay, like normally we have already came to know about availability zones. So availability zones provide entire data center failure solutions. Okay, but availability sets provide means like hardware failure inside single data center. If a single hardware will fail, maybe this hardware has failed due to some reason. Okay, so this your availability sets will provide you some functionalities where you can provide high availability with your VMs. Now you can see here with the help of availability sets, you can ensure your resources availability under same data center against hardware failure. Okay, and simply you have to understand what is availability zone. Availability zone provide the solutions regarding entire data center failure. Okay, and set is different. So here you can talk about in an availability sets allow you to take a virtual machines and improve its availability by configuring multiple copies of the VMs to be deployed in like in a groups. So normally maybe like this is your data center. Inside data center, what they like whenever you create a single VM, so you will have option to create multiple copies to multiple servers. So inside data center, if a single server is down, right, you have option to get your VM from another server. Okay, so availability sets high availability protection from hardware failure in a data center, and here it the high availability protection against in availability zone, high availability protection against loss of data center. Okay, so here you will have multiple physical locations divided into zones. Okay, now difference between availability set and zones. Depending on the SLA, service level agreement required by different organizations, Azure include different options for building and configuring high availability solutions. So according to different organizations, Azure has given you some features that okay, maybe some organizations need only availability zones. Maybe some organization need availability sets. Okay, so if you choose availability zone, so it will provide you the protection against data center failure, and if you will select availability sets, it will provide you protection against hardware failure within a data center. And whenever if you are using any availability zone or maybe availability sets, okay, Microsoft is providing you SLA of 99.95%, means availability means the service. Like if any, maybe if you are choosing availability zone and if any server is down, okay, so there will be 0.05 downtime. Okay, Means you can say there is no downtime like that. Okay. Okay, now availability set architecture, like how availability sets are hosted inside Microsoft Azure cloud or inside a region. Okay, so this is maybe a central US region. Okay, inside a region, you will have a data center. This is the architecture. Inside data center, normally they host the racks, and when we talk about racks, like how racks look like. So let me come here and show you how rack look like. Data center racks. Okay, so these are the data center racks, like this one, the long one, this one. When we talk about this one, these are the data center racks, and inside data center rack you will find multiple servers. So these are multiple servers inside a single data center, single rack. Okay, see, this is data center. Okay, this is your entire data center. So entire in a single data center. Okay, maybe you have one rack, two rack, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, like that, right? And inside each rack you will find some servers, one, two, three, four, five, and these are blade servers. Okay, let me show you blade servers, like HP blade servers. Okay, so you'll find blade servers like this. Okay, these are the blade servers images. Okay. See how see, this is the blade server. See, it's like a very thin servers. Okay, you normally they use in the data centers. Okay, and sometime you will find this tower server also. Okay, these are tower servers. Okay, like this. Okay, these are tower servers. So maybe in the some organization you'll find tower servers as well as blade servers. But mostly you'll find blade servers in the organizations. Okay, so inside data center you'll find racks. Okay, and inside rack, okay, and the rack is like the rack what we have seen. Those racks is a part of availability sets. Okay, and each rack will be known as a fault domain. Okay, the physical rack, the combination of physical servers is known as fault domain. So rack 1 will be known as a fault domain 0, rack 2 will be known as fault domain 1, and rack 3 will be known as a fault domain 2. Now Microsoft says that Microsoft is saying that in a single availability sets you can have maximum 3 fault domains, means 3 rack you can put it. Okay, means you will find multiple racks, but in the availability sets they have hosted 3 fault domains. Okay, fault 0, fault 1, fault 2. Now inside single rack, like if I'm using single rack, so single rack will have a separate power connection. And why they are using this separate power connection? If there will be a failure, maybe like power cut down or something, so each rack will have separate power source. So maybe if this power has some problem, so your other racks are working fine. Okay, so still you will have, and they are providing power plus network separate. But cooling is not separate. Cooling is for data center, means single data center, single cooling. Okay, now what Microsoft has said, Microsoft says that okay, when you are using these fault domain. Okay, so fault domain is a physical rack, combination of servers inside the rack is known as fault domain. And after that Microsoft is using some kind of update domain concept. Update domain means, update domain is used for maintenance purpose. Okay, so normally Microsoft says that in a single availability sets there will be maximum 3 fault domain and maximum 20 update domains. Okay, So here we are just taking example at that, okay, if we have 3 fault domain and 3 update domain, right? So while configuring these availability sets, you will get option to create fault domain and update domain. Okay. So here maybe what is saying that update domain will be there. Now see, understand this one before. Inside availability set, whenever you will configure availability sets, you have to configure fault domain as well as update domain. Fault domains are used for hardware failure protection, and update domains are used to protect your VMs or servers from maintenance and restarts. Maintenance means like, see, Microsoft wants to update something, okay, or maybe Microsoft want to put some patches. Okay, so in that case, Microsoft will restart the servers or update the servers. Sometime you will receive some kind of message that this site is in the maintenance process. So Microsoft runs some kind of automatic maintenance. So inside, whenever Microsoft want to run some kind of automatic maintenance, for running those automatic maintenance, Microsoft allow you to create update domains. Okay, and you will get option to put the VMs inside the update domains. So inside rack, normally you can see here you have servers, and those servers will be the collection of update domains. Like inside update domain, you will find the servers. Okay, see, these are physical rack. Inside rack, you will find servers. Okay, but these are logical division. So Microsoft says that, okay, no problem. Let me take these 3 servers in a single update domain 0, these 3 servers in a update domain 1, and in this server update domain 2. Okay, so if update domain 2 is restarting or updating, so you have update domain 0 and update domain 1, so you can access your servers. So here no need to get confused. Whenever you want to create availability sets, you will have option to create fault domains. Okay, and fault domains is the collection of rack servers. Okay, and maximum 3 fault domains you can create: fault 0, fault 1, fault 2. And update domain you can create 20. Fault domains are used for hardware failure, and update domains are used for updating and patching the VMs which is inside the rack. Okay, so we understood this one regarding the availability sets options. Now let's have some other features and details regarding availability set. So availability sets provide redundancy for your virtual machines inside data center and inside single rack. Okay, or you can say inside data center, that will be better. Availability sets ensure that Azure virtual machines are deployed across multiple isolated hardware nodes inside a cluster, or in a cluster. Cluster is the combination of multiple servers. By deploying your VMs across multiple hardware nodes, Azure ensure that if a hardware or software failure happens within Azure, only a subset of your virtual machines are impacted and your overall solutions is safe and in a working condition. Here it is saying, if you come here back, here it is saying, see here, if a hardware fail, or maybe due to your hardware fail due to software failure, okay, or maybe your OS is down, right? So Microsoft is saying that your VMs, like, see, when you will host your VMs server, okay, so it will tell you to put here one, automatically division will be there. Okay, you put one here. Okay, it's not Microsoft will put this one here. You will get option that, okay, you create servers. For example, let me come again. Okay, now understand here. See what Microsoft is saying, that normally when you have availability sets, okay, and when you will put machines, so machines you have to put your VMs, you have to create in inside availability sets. So machine you will create here inside the availability sets, and Microsoft will automatically put these all VMs what you are creating inside availability sets, automatically it will deploy to each and every fault domain and update domain. So these process is under Microsoft. Microsoft will deploy automatically, but they will tell you to create VMs. So you create VM, but deployment is mine. I will deploy maybe like I will deploy some in fault domain 1, rack 1, fault domain 2, rack 3. So the division will be like this. Let me show you. Okay, this is the example. Okay, the division will be like this. So they will tell you to create VMs, but the separations and divisions under the separate update domains and fault domains will be depending on Microsoft. Okay. So what here, if let me show you again here. Okay, so let's understand here that whenever you will create some kind of VMs inside availability sets, so like suppose you created 4 VMs, right? So automatically all these VMs will be separated and divided into update domain and fault domains automatically, and those are the automatic divisions are based like it will be through Microsoft, you can say. So Microsoft handle these separations. Okay, so this we have already came to know. So suppose we have update domain and fault domain. Okay, inside fault domain you have servers, and servers are divided in a group in a update domain. So suppose you created VM 2 VM here, 2 VM here, like 6 VMs. So all these 6 VM will be separated into fault domain and update domain through Microsoft automatically. Now there are some other features. Now it's saying that maybe there can be a 3 reason when you will face some kind of downtime with your servers. So maybe like there will be update going on. Okay, maybe some kind of unexpected downtime, maybe power failure or something, or maybe there will be a planned maintenance through Microsoft. So after that your system will reboot. Okay, so like each virtual machines in the availability sets is assigned an update domain and fault domain by the Azure platform to work with these kinds of problems. So here we have arranged web servers VMs and database servers VMs inside these fault domains and update domains. Okay, so suppose here we have fault domain 1, fault domain 2, and fault domain 3. Okay, so here this one is 2, and now see web server VM here also, web server VM here also, web server VM here also, database server here also. So if any server is down, okay, so you will have access from other fault domains and update domains, right, or other fault domains. Now what is update domain? Let's understand here. Virtual machines get update domains, okay, automatically once they are put inside availability set. So what I told you, like automatically, these are automatically, but you have to create that how many update domains you want. Okay, but the machines separations and divisions are depending on Microsoft automatically. All virtual machines within that update domains will be rebooted together due to a maintenance process. Now update domains are used for patching and updating of the virtual machines. Only one update domain would be updated at the time. Means suppose if you have 3 update domains, so it doesn't mean that all those 3 update domain will be down at the same time related to maintenance process. It's not like that. So only one update domain will be restart or update themselves at a time. Okay, and Microsoft keep 30 minutes duration to restart another update domain. So you have 30 minutes time, and only single update domain will be restarting and updating at the same time. Okay, only one update domain would be updated at the time. Update domains is a logical grouping of physical resource like server cluster. Update domains are used to protect your VMs from planned or unplanned maintenance of the servers running by Microsoft. Okay. Now how many fault domains and how many update domains you can have? So I already told you that this is related to different services, but normally what we use related to resource manager. So maximum 3 fault domains are allowed nowadays, but maybe in future it can increase, and 20 update domains. Okay, and here it is asking that VMs are assigned sequentially in the update domains and fault domains. Okay, so it will be assigned sequentially, like update domain 1, update domain 2, like that. It's not that one VM will be in update domain 1 and one VM will be in update domain 5. Okay, and one more thing, like when maybe like when Microsoft want to restart the servers or update your servers, so the restarting and updating process is not sequential. Maybe today your VM like update domain 1 will restart like this one. Today update domain 0 is restarting due to maintenance process. Maybe tomorrow it will be this one. Maybe after 1 month it will be this one. So it's not sequence like that, 0, 1, 2 like that. Okay. So fault domain and update domain. So here we have availability sets. I told you inside availability sets you will find fault domain. So maximum 3 fault domains are allowed, and update domains are from like you can create 3, 4, 5 till 20. Okay, so machines you have to create inside availability sets, and automatically it will be separated under the multiple update domains and fault domains. We'll see this practical while creation. Key points to know about this, that uh, you need to create virtual machines in the same resource group as the availability set. Like suppose if I'm creating something, we have created resource group. So if you're creating some resource group like Africa, so make sure that you create all the VMs inside Africa resource. It's not that you are creating in different resource and one you are creating in different resource. Okay, one virtual machines can only be in one availability sets. Okay, so whatever virtual machine you are creating, you try to must create in a same availability set. Okay, to get these benefits. You can assign virtual machines to the availability sets only during the creation of virtual machines. So like suppose if you have created some virtual machine, so you will get option to put into availability sets. So that you have to create those availability set before, and maybe if you have created some server inside availability sets, so you cannot migrate it, you cannot move it, so you have to delete it and then you have to recreate new. Okay, so same here, availability set architecture, like after VM deployment, like central US region. Inside central US region you have data center. Inside data center you have racks. Okay, and the rack is like the collection of multiple racks is known as availability sets, and single racks is the it will be the part of your fault domain. Okay, and the fault domain or rack will have separate power connection and separate network connection, and the cooling will be separate for each data center, and each rack servers will be divided into different update domain groups for maintenance process. Okay, and each rack will have physical servers, multiple physical servers. Okay, and inside physical servers you will have VMs. Okay, and these VMs separations will be done by Microsoft itself. So you are creating like these machines what we are creating here, like suppose here two, I created two, so automatically it will be hosted in a different uh, fault domain and in a different update domain. So you have to create inside availability set, and the separation and division will be done by Microsoft. Here are some features, like each availability set can be configured with up to 3 fault domain and 20 update domain maximum. Update domains indicate group of virtual machines. So I told you that update domains is a collection of machines for updating and maintenance regarding reboot. It provide you high availability in that condition. The order of update domains being rebooted may not proceed sequentially. I told you that it is not in sequence, that maybe Microsoft is maintaining update domain 0. So it's not that it's going to maintain update domain 1. Maybe it can start updating update domain 5. Okay. And the gap between update domain restart or maintenance is 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, it will restart or reboot another server. Fault domains define the group of virtual machines that share this common power source and network, but cooling is separate. Cooling is as per data center. So here, like suppose, let's talk about the how this high availability works inside data center. Okay, so here what we are talking here, you have user is accessing your data center through internet. Okay, here internet, and the user connection is coming to load balancer, and load balancer is providing the server access with your data center. So you can see here inside data center you have physical server. Inside physical servers you have VM, web server 1, web server 2, web server 3, like that. Okay, so this is the example of data center. Okay, and see here, by default Microsoft Azure do not provide virtual machine redundancy automatically. Okay, you have to create VMs. It's not that you created one automatically Microsoft will provide. No, Microsoft is saying that you create multiple VMs. Separation is mine. I will put in a different physical servers and different update domains. Okay, but you have to create servers. Okay, so we are done with the theoretical part of availability zone and availability sets. Okay, and today we will be working on the practical of availability zone and availability set as well. Okay, in a same video lesson. Okay, so guys, now we are starting the practical session of availability sets. So let's open the Microsoft Azure portal. Okay, now inside the portal we will be creating first availability set. So come here to the search area and type here. So automatically you will get here availability set. So click here on this. Now you will get option here to create availability sets. So click here, or maybe you can click here as well. So okay, while creating availability set, you have some options to be selected here. So here we will be selecting the subscription model. So I'm selecting my free trial subscription model. Then here you have to create the resource group. So I'm creating the resource group like Freeka, and the set name I'm just saying that availability AV set 1. Okay, now where you want to host this availability set, so I am going to select any region. So normally we select India, US, whatever, so you can select anyone, Central US or maybe India, Central India. Okay, fine. So you can see here fault domain. So I already told you that we can create maximum 3 fault domains. Okay, and default is 5, the update domain, but if you want you can reduce as well. So I'm saying that no problem, I'm creating 3 fault domains and 3 update domains, but you can create up to 20 update domains. So I'm selecting just 3. Here it is asking about to manage the disk, means you will get option to create the disk inside the same availability zone. Okay, or a same availability set. So let it be default. Just click to advance. Okay, and simply just click review and create. So our availability set is ready now to be created, and just click on create. So availability set is ready now. If you click on go to resource, you can see here your resource group name is Africa, location is Central India. Okay, 3 fault domain, 3 update domain, and no virtual machines till up to now. So let's come here to home and create virtual machines. So we are going to create 3 virtual machines, and you will see that how it is hosted. So same here, resource group, I told you, remember, always select the same resource group where your availability set is hosted. It's not that your VM is in a different resource and you're selecting your availability group like that. So here I'm using SRV1, server 1, Central India, region also must be same, and here availability option, instead of availability zone we are selecting availability set, and here you will get option to select your availability set name. So we have availability set 1. Here security type default standard, no problem. Server, okay, we can select any one, Linux server, Windows server, okay, these are standards here. See, here you are getting option only to select availability set, but you are not getting option to select which fault domain. See here, you are not getting option to select which fault domain and which update domain. So these are automatic, okay. So username I am selecting here like IT1. Okay, fine. And now come here to management, disable the monitoring, otherwise it will take time, and just click review and create. So our one machine is created, just click create. Okay, now again come to home, let's create second virtual machine because we need 3 virtual machine to understand this lab. Click on virtual machine. Same here, resource group Africa, virtual name SRV2, availability set, and here select the set name, server, okay, username IT2. Okay, fine, everything is now done. Okay, we will come here in the management session, and we'll remove disable the monitoring and click review plus create. Okay, second machine is also done, second VM you can say. Now we'll move to the third and the last one, create virtual machine. Africa virtual machine name is SRV3 now. Central India redundancy is availability set, availability name, everything is okay now. Username is IT3. Okay, fine. Now we'll move again to the management option, disable the monitoring, click review plus create, and then create. Okay, so now you can see here our machines are ready now. Now if we are coming to our home section, and if we are coming here to the availability sets to get the detail of the machines where the machines are hosted due to this availability set. So you can see here we have 3 fault domain, 3 update domain, and 3 virtual machines. Now you can see here where those machines are hosted. Now you will get surprised. See, the first machine I created inside availability set 1, right? But automatically VM1 is hosted inside fault domain 0. So let me copy this one to make you to understand this one. So let me come to this one. Oh, where is this? Copy. So now paste it here. Now understand it. Okay, so this SRV1 means this VM1 what you have created inside availability set 1, automatically it is hosted in fault domain 0. Okay, and update domain 0 means it is hosted here. Okay, in this server. Okay, in this rack server. Now SRV2 is now hosted inside fault domain 1 update domain 1 means fault domain 1 update domain 1 now means it is hosted here. Okay, it is hosted here. So the first one is here and second machine is hosted here. Now see the automatically third machine SRV3, it is under fault domain 2, okay, and update domain 2, fault domain 2 and update domain 2. And now understand, if this rack is down, see still you have availability through fault domain 1 and fault domain 0. If anyone will down, see, don't think that everything will down at once. So if you're thinking that everything will down at once, so you have to go through availability zone, right? But if you're thinking that, see, none of the company servers automatically get down, all the servers, maybe one server will have problem, so you have redundancy with another server, right? So we are not talking about the highly, like some war is going under the country and some bomb blast is there with the company, right? So what we can say here, that if you are talking about those kinds of country problem, war is there, tsunami is there, so in that condition we have to go through availability zone. But when we are talking about normal failure or hardware failure or update maintenance or something, in that condition we have to go through availability sets. So when you will start working with the companies according to the company requirement, automatically you will come to know that okay, which type of section you need, whether you need availability set or availability zone. Okay, so we are done with this. You can see here these are normals. Now suppose, right, like normally these servers are ready now. Now to make this application identical, now what you have to do, you have to deploy web server under each and every servers, the single web server, same web server, and those web servers will be accessible via these all different VMs. Okay, and if any single VM will down, so no problem, your web server will be accessible by these servers, or maybe the applications will be accessible by these servers. Okay, so we are done with this, and I already told you every time that whenever you create any kind of resource, any kind of VMs, so after doing the lab you have to come here to the resource group, not resource group, let me come here to the resource, all resources, and select all the resources and click delete and type yes to delete it, otherwise your subscription money will be finished soon. So try to, after doing the lab, try to delete everything, so you can have a lot of means like in hand credit to do another lab. Okay, okay, so you can see here the selection what we have selected to delete it, it's all is deleted successfully. Now few more things are remaining to be deleted. So resources are deleted. Now if you'll come here to resource group, so those resource group what you have created, these resource group must be deleted. So click on delete resource group and you have to type here the resource group name here. Okay, and then you can type delete. And now this resource is done, deleted. Now copy this one, network watcher RG, copy, come here, delete resource group, paste it here, delete it. Okay, so now everything is deleted. Now after that you can close it. Okay, And in our next lesson, we will be the implementation of availability set is done. Differences between availability zone and set is also done. Okay. Now after that, we will be talking about what is regional pair and then wave hosting. Okay, then virtual machines means I think within few weeks we will be completing our all this Azure session. Okay. Okay then. Thank you.